Hey guys, it is Brooke from the Junk Parlor, and I am really hoping that you are enjoying the channel and that you will go and click that subscribe button. Hey, can somebody tell me when I started working on the barn? I think it was in July. Now we are in November, and guess what? We're still not done. So this video is all about our Morton building. So when we first bought this property, there was no house on it, but we had the Amish move this house to the property that we purchased off my dad, and then we gutted it and then eventually put an addition on. But when we got the Morton building, since that's the focus of this video, when we got that Morton building, it had a dirt floor in it. It had a horse stall in the back. There were two like double barn slider doors, and then one smaller one where the horse stall was. We emptied it out. It had probably had like 40 years worth of junk in it. And at first we just emptied it out and we poured concrete. So now that we have snow and it's cold, guess what we're doing today? We are working on closing up this sliding door and putting in French doors. So that would seem like an easy thing to do, but Dad has lost a bucket full of stuff. So I'm just standing here waiting for him to go find it, which he said he even looked in the field for it because he thought maybe it fell out of his truck. Yeah, he's not that old, but he's losing his mind. Here's the old barn slider, and we're laying out our 2x4s to put in the French doors. Today's crew consists of my brother-in-law, Chad, thanks Chad, and myself and my dad. You know you're a farmer when you take the sliding barn door off and then salvage every single piece. So we took all the 2x4s down, even though we had spray foam insulation. We used all of the metal pieces. Here is the ditch we had to make so we could actually take the slider off of the track. Of course, in typical do-it-yourself fashion, we put the door on incorrectly. It should have opened out instead of in, so we had to take all that apart and do it all over again. Oh, it's wonderful seeing my vision starting to come to life. Now, here is the inside. We do have the ceiling tin up. Most of the walls are back on, and so we're making progress. Good morning, guys. I'm out here in the snow. It is beautiful, even though it should not be snowing the end of October. And you can probably hear the cutter. We are working on a project this morning. I gave you a teaser in my stories, and I said that I'm going to be doing something with a grain bin, and we're going to work on it today. I'm going to watch and they're going to work on it. So this is just the first step. So I'll turn it around and show you what we're doing. So this is a different grain bin that I had shared a picture with originally. And right now Dallas is cutting the brackets off so we can take the roof off, because that's really what I want, is the roof. And the cutter's making it so much easier than trying to deal with the nuts and bolts that are probably rusted on here. So what the bracket looks like is there, and you can see, if I can get my gloves off, you can see right there, that's where he's cut it already. And so we're just going through and cutting all of those off right now. So it'll be exciting when it gets done, and the weather itself is just beautiful. The snow is gorgeous, even though, like I said, it shouldn't be snowing in October. But so stay tuned for some more sneak peeks. The snow is mostly melted because this is literally within the same week, and we brought the roof only home, and you can see it just looks super flimsy. So it is crazy light. Myself and one other person can lift it at this point. We are unloading it here at the house, and then I will be taking it later to my welder. My welder is just adding some stability and giving us some things that we can screw into the side of the barn to make our awning and to easily lift it. When I was looking for a grain bin, one, I had to look for one that was kind of close to me. Two, I had to look for one that was affordable. And three, I had to figure out what was going to be a good size in proportion to my barn. So the barn's a 30 by 60, so you got 30 foot on this front spans. Since we don't have a flat surface to work with because the tin is, three-dimensional, they're putting in little 1-bys in between so that they have something to screw to keep the grain bin awning flat. Welder had put bars across it to kind of give them a platform so that they could lift it like this with the skid loader. And then you'll notice that Dallas grabs it from the top because there's another bar going across the top. And I told you this is very lightweight, so he can even lift it at this point. So then they just hold it in place and start screwing it in. inside. It looks so different with it white, and I'm loving it. I'm probably not going to paint the walls. I think I'm just going to, I've got, what, 2 or 3 coats of primer on, so tomorrow possibly I'll be able to get some more paint, get some paint on instead of primer. And then I keep debating on whether or not to hang my sign, so that is to be determined. So I'm also debating on hanging my sign here at the truck, just because this will probably get taken pictures of a lot, and then I would have my sign there, and the back of this has a lot to desire. I'm gonna have to paint that section too. But it's what I see every day when I walk out of my door. And so that is why I'm very tempted. Another reason to put it, I don't know. What are your thoughts?